The first thing you need to know about Perplexity AI is that it is a search engine that's very similar to Google, but you can also do things like ChatGPT and generate text. So this is what it looks like here. So you can just put in a simple question like this: what are some SEO tips for businesses, right? And we'll look at these other features later on. Just let's look at what it looks at first. So when you search like this, you get your sources here, right? So where all the links, where the stuff is coming from, where the information is coming, right? So here are some key SEO tips for businesses. Okay, so they have all different sections here. So it's kind of like if Google just gave you all the answers from the main websites just in some text here. So you get little source links here to every single page where they got this information from. And over here they have related questions, right? So you can just keep asking questions if you want to know more. So you say, okay, what does create an XML sitemap do? So you can just ask how to do that here if you want to ask more questions. So that's how it works. There's also the images, right, and videos if you want to watch some videos on that topic. So it is a good way to get started with your search, right? So it's a different experience than Google, I think. So I definitely recommend checking out just searching. So if you want to go back and search something new, just go to new thread. You can go to something like this. And so let's have a look at these features now. So they also have the pro search here, right? So this is for something more complicated. So imagine you want, a step-by-step weight loss plan or something like that. So you want something that has a few more steps or is more detailed, then switch on the pro plan. They also have this focus part, right? So you can search the web as we were doing just now. You can also focus on writing. So in this case, it's going to be better at writing text if you want to write an email or a blog post or anything like that. There's academic, right? If you want to search only academic papers. So this could be something like, are Skittles good for my health or whatever, and you want to find something, or is garlic good for my health, whatever that might be. A video, that could be something more instructive, right? A step-by-step guide, math equations, okay, for students probably, or mathematicians. And social stuff. So maybe you want some opinions on what is the best thing to do in the Amalfi Coast. You can just type that in and search for social. So in this case, we'll have a look at writing, right? And we'll turn on the pro, right? You can also attach some information on the free plan. You can't really attach that many things, but let's test this out now. So write me a blog post called SEO tips for businesses. So what you can see here, it's researching more, right? It's taking a little bit more time to write the blog post. Okay, so here's the answer here. So it's more optimized, right, for writing the blog post. So you have a blog post here. It's not bad. It's okay. It's probably better than the free version of ChatGPT, I would say, but still not really that good, right? Is it? I don't know. There's not images or, this is just a short little tiny paragraph, isn't it? There's not really that much information. It depends on the query, all right? When you're writing a blog post, you need to think about, the topic, right? In this case, this is actually quite a lot. There's quite a lot to this question, right? Because SEO is a huge field, right? And there's a huge amount to know about this. So in this case, that's probably about 500, 600 words total, I'd say. Yeah, so it's probably not going to rank at Google. Therefore, it's probably not going to be that important to your website. And yeah, so we can also search the images and the videos here and ask follow-up questions, right? So let's have a look at how else it works, right? There's also this Discover tab. So you can just read different articles. It's kind of like Google Discover as well. And yeah, you can also publish when you're on the pro plan. You can also publish these. They're called Perplexity pages, right? So it's just basically like what we just had there, but somebody else has done the work for us, and then we can just read through this. It's kind of like a news feed, I suppose you'd call it nowadays. I've wanted to try to publish these myself. You see, this one is curated by ELYMC. They don't seem to want to let anyone just do this, so it's quite difficult to do. So if you wanted to try out Perplexity Pro, you need to pay for it, right? So I'll just show you a little bit about that now. I was paying for it, but to be honest, I didn't think it was worth it. My main problem with Perplexity is that, a lot of the information that it was coming back was false. They do scrape, different websites get the information and bring it back, but for some reason when the information came back, there were so many factual inaccuracies I couldn't use it. Okay, so here is where you create your profile, right? You can also write in a little bit of information about yourself up here, and that will help your more personalized searches, right? So this is the kind of the key part for me that I think is very important, is the model, right? Especially when you're writing, you know, you want to have Claude 3.5 or GPT 4.0. They're the latest models as time of recording, right? So these models are always updating, so you want to have the best model, right? That's super important, right? So when you're on the free plan, you don't get to choose that, but you can choose your specific model. Also with image generation, nowadays there's a huge difference between the top models and the bottom models, in my opinion. Yeah, like we're at DALL-E 3 at the moment. It's not very good. And you have something like Flux, which you can get with here on the Pro plan, and you can get really, really excellent images, you know. So if you're creating blog posts, then you can get text that works really well, or creating Pinterest pins or social media stuff. Flux is the one to get. So that's basically it. That's how Perplexity works. In my opinion, it's not really worth it to upgrade, because, you know, I prefer Claude and ChatGPT, so I pay for them instead. And what I also pay for is this tool called Journalist AI. So if you want a lot of blog posts on your website, my recommendation is to always publish 2 to 3 blog posts every day on your website. You will be amazed at how much traffic you get if you just keep doing that, right? Be consistent. If you want to improve your SEO on your website and get more leads to your business, this is one of the best things you can do. So with this, you can actually just auto-publish the blog posts. So you just need to find 100 topics, right? You can use Perplexity to find you some topics, right? And then use this tool here, and you will just set it up so that you can just publish 2 or 3 articles every single day, and it'll be crazy. I know I've done this myself. I've published more than 1,000 articles to different websites, and I've had more than 11 million page views to the websites. So pretty crazy to think that many people have read my websites and gone to my websites, and this is all about it here. I'll leave a link in the first comment, and it's discount code Connor10, CONOR 10, and that'll give you a 10% discount. Okay, thanks for watching.